All I had to do was sort of step off the path that I had planned on for myself. And in so doing, found a whole different path that I'm really, really grateful to be on. I grew up in a small town in Texas just outside of Houston. My dad, he worked full-time as an electrician. He had a lawn and landscape business that he did on Fridays and on the weekends. And he would say to me, "Son, I don't care what you do with your life, with your career. I just want you to not have to mow grass on the weekends." When I was accepted to the University of Texas, I enrolled in the business school. It seemed kind of like a good general catch-all thing. And I think that when I was young, I sort of had this idea that businessmen were successful people. Education was never remotely on my radar until I had a conversation with a recruiter from Teach for America. My original plan was to do a service year through Teach for America and go to law school after that. But after 2 years in the classroom, those plans changed. I think that anyone who does any type of experience where you take yourself outside of your comfort zone tends to be a good thing, right? You learn a lot about yourself, you learn a lot about people that previously you just sort of had to make guesses about. But the really difficult part was losing yourself in the lives of the people that you were spending your time with day in and day out, and getting so wrapped up in the success of the students that you were serving. Doing a service year with Teach for America changed my trajectory and got me involved in education, which I will be involved in for the rest of my life. I sort of found myself at the intersection of a place where my interest in business and my interest in law and policy and my newfound passion for education were all coming together. After having worked in education policy for a few years, now I work at a design and innovation consultancy where I head up our education practice, and I get to work with education companies and nonprofits to help them come up with creative solutions to the challenges in education that they're working on. You know, if I could tell my 22-year-old self anything, it would be to take a risk on doing something like a service year, like moving to a part of the country you've never lived in and putting yourself in a difficult, uncomfortable situation. I thought that I knew what it was that I wanted to do, but there was something else that was on the other side of this experience. It was a risk in a lot of ways, but it was also a risk that has had incredible payoff for me.